He'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars offense will have the first possession of the game. Complete to start this drive. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Let's talk just for a second about BYU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Anderson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Cougars. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look safe. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before.
Breaks into the open. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Anderson wants to throw. Fakes to grab. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the air on first down. A little release to the back. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals still out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They're going to ride this running back. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of one to the 35.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Hamilton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball at the 31, third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal 10-7. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Anderson will throw. Fires one high and deep. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hamilton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for room. It's Washington. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. See if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. At the 35, he's got room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
What a great run there. A third-and-one situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like third and one to get first downs.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Here's the handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And, guys, they've come through on the first two third-down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Skips away from pressure. Right on the money. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. The lead now 6 here in the second. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Syracuse picked a bad... To have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 17 to Florida. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the back. Spins away from the defense.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Anderson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Napier.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all getting the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Got the first down and more. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, BYU.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He gets a block. He'll bring it back out to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds there. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. On the run, it's Bray. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and he came into this game leading the nation in rushing. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Going to the run, it's Bray. He's all the way down to the 3, showed it all on that run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Pushes ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? From the shotgun, they'll run it. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he made the extra point without problem. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Anderson will throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that end run.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Flores. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best atmospheres in football, and we've got a fun one from Greenville.
BYU about to kick it off to open the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. And he won't get it. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
He's looking to pass. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And BYU will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the tight end. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. Plows through the defense. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Anderson wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. There he goes. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold on.
Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. He's looking to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Got the back over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, BYU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now this offense will take the field again. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. On the run, it's Brake. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. And here comes the punt team.
Number 31, on to kick it away.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Anderson will throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete on the right side. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Floating away. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. On the run, it's Washington. Breaks into the open. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Right back to him on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
Punt is in the air. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have. When you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. Now let's see if they can pull this one out. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few. Anderson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Turning it on. Powers through. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 13 to UCLA. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football. And we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has... clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
And offenses practice this situation. This is 4-minute offense. You've got the lead late in the game. You're trying to bleed the clock and just get first downs. They do that, they stay in bounds, and the clock keeps ticking.
He's taking the shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Flores. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there. This senior defender.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give out of the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout by the offense.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. On the move, it's Washington. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's in for the touchdown.
get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys were just... to go on the game clock. This thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
They call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Anderson will throw. Oh, they're after him. He goes out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't pick up anything, but he did save a few seconds. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete here on third down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
They'll go to the air. Going for 6. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. They stop the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence.